Okay guys, with the Pokemon TCGO down, we're going to be on PokemonTCG.me, and I'm using my Selgor lockbox deck. It's pretty cool that you've got the Dark Explorers cards all available on here, and I'm really excited about this deck. I really enjoy playing it. I think it's actually really good. I've just got to work on a few more things, and I will do a deck profiling video. I've still got some numbers to tweak, and I'll kind of explain some of that stuff as I'm doing the video. So cool, I'm going to go first. And we've got a Shelmet first, which is pretty brilliant. So we're going to use the level ball to try and get something else. I'm kind of scared he's going to have a DC and a plus power on hand and donk me, so I'm going to go for the Sunkern. Even though I have got a Red Candy and Vileplume in hand, I still decide to punt. Probably should have just got an Oddish really in retrospect, but you know, hindsight's a beautiful thing, and I normally don't think about what I'm going to be playing. I would be probably a better player if I actually thought about stuff more. So anyway, I'm going to go for Virizion. Got one retreat. I've used it for the double draw. Also, it's got a decent bit of HP. So the problem with this deck is that you can, when the Paralysis lock gets dropped, there's normally a prize trade, and it's always better to kind of like, you should hopefully be knocking out any X, getting 2 prizes. Your opponent's going to be taking 1. So, but hopefully with the Virizion, it takes longer. It's obviously got higher HP, so it's going to be harder for them to OHKO. So he is going to go for the Sage of Training and get rid of a bunch of stuff he doesn't need, and he's going to only attach the 1 energy onto his Mewtwo. So at least this turn, I know I'm not going to be taking any damage. I draw into a DCE, and I'm going to evolve my Sunflora into a Sunkern. Sorry, the other way around, Sunkern to Sunflora, and I get to play a Pokemon Collector. So I'm going to go get 3 basic Pokemon from my deck and lay them on my bench. Now, the really important thing about this deck is I need to have 2 Sunfloras and a Vileplume on the bench. Need the Sunfloras to pull out the Selgors back from the deck after I've decked and covered, and the Vileplume basically protects them from getting captured out and stops my opponent from using Switch to get rid of the Paralysis lock. So DC on the Shelmet, and we can Sunshine Grace. And I'm actually going to get myself in a Selgor because obviously I can't evolve my Alpha Sunkern this turn. So we might as well go for the damage. We're going to do 50 damage plus poison and paralysis. That means between turns I'll take 10 damage between each turn. So, and all cards attached to a Selgor go back into the deck, hence deck and cover. So it's good to get a bit of damage and on his active. And obviously it's going to be his turn. Here I'm a bit annoyed about the Shelmet, and I think, hey, actually no, I better change into Virizion because it's only got a 1 retreat as opposed to 3 retreat. Doesn't really matter too much, but probably a bit annoying my side. If it had been a more competitive game, if my opponent had done it to me, I probably would have been a dick and been like, no, you can't do that, but fuck you, I'm doing it. So anyway, he lays down a Pokemon Collector as well, so he's going to get 3 Pokemon. So if I was him, you want to be getting things like Dynamo set up on the bench because no doubt he's going to be using the Dynamo ability. And his 3rd Pokemon, what's he going to get? Maybe another strong attacker, maybe a Zekrom EX, maybe a Mewtwo. No, he's going to go for another Magnemite. So he's going to dump those down to his bench, and Magnemite is going to his hands. He's probably going to play a Pecom. Is going to be a Pecom coming? Can I remember? Pecom, there we go. So he's going to Pecom away that Magnemite, maybe to get a Magneton to maybe evolve his Magnemite he's already got on the bench because he's going to want to get Magnezone ready for the magnetic draw. But no, Magnezone, rare candy. So he's obviously seen the Oddish. He's fearing that I'm going to be trainer locking him. So he wants to get his trainers used and the rare candy done now. So that way he's going to have to use magnetic draw, which allows you to draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. And he has to use that once per turn if Magnezone is not affected by special conditions. So he's going to get 2 more cards. And his Mewtwo is obviously paralyzed, so he can't, if he lays an energy, he can't attack. So his real option is to switch out and attack with a Dynamo. So does he do that? Let's see. I think he does, if my memory serves me correctly, but I took this match a couple of days ago. I hadn't really had a chance to commentate it. Yeah, switch. So he's going to switch out to one of his Dynamos. I'm going to say now this video is going to be 2 parts, and I apologise for that, but I really hope you do watch it because it was a pretty cool match. Other than making maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, I don't think turns out properly. It was a really good match, and it really shows the potential of this deck. So anyway, he doesn't draw into an energy, so we can't attach it onto his Dynamo. And I draw into a rare candy, which is absolutely awesome because that means I'm going to Sunshine Grace for another Sunflora, and then I'm going to Sunshine Grace for a 2nd time to get out Vileplume. Now, if you see Sunflora, once you're in your turn, before you attack me, search your deck for a leaf-based Pokemon. So I could have been an absolute scrub and just gone for Vileplume straight away, but then I would have been stuffed and I wouldn't be able to have my 2 Sunfloras. So now my bench is set up. I've got what I need. The only thing is I need to start getting some energies, and I also need to start getting a Selgor's involved. I decided to show the preview of Virizion. It's got the 1 retreat, so I really want to get into a Sky Arrow Bridge as well. He probably plays it on his deck. I mean, I know a lot of Zekiel decks do play Sky Arrow, but we'll see. He's going to play another Sage's Training, which, if you don't know what it does, you draw 5, discard 3, and keep 2, but you don't show your opponent what you keep, but you do show him what you discard. So he's discarding a buttload of trainers, and I think he does actually say that he drew into 5 trainers that time. So kind of like a double-edged sword there. Yes, it's bad they didn't get anything that he needed, but also he's getting out cards that he doesn't want to be drawing into anyway. So if he can get into a Juniper, he can Juniper away all those trainer cards and not have to worry about drawing into them. So my turn, and I draw into another Sunflower. I do run 3/3 on that line just because it's such an important card. I do need to get it on the bench, but it's kind of a bit of a waste at the moment now. So before I do anything, when I can't do anything, I'm going to Sunshine Grace 2 more times and get out a couple more Leaf Pokemon. I always make sure I do Sunshine Grace just because I don't want to be drawing into those guys. So we'll evolve a Selgor, and I did play Clef onto the bench because I'm kind of figuring that this hand I've got, Twins, Shaman EX, Sunflower, and Shelmet, I kind of need to get rid of. I need to get some energies. I need to start, keeping the paralysis lock. There we go. He's going to play the Juniper, like I thought, and give himself 7 cards. Before he did that, he laid down Zekrom EX onto his bench, and now he's going to evolve his Dynamo into an Electric. There's a lot of trainer cards in that discard, and 1 energy, so we can Dynamo that onto something. Basically, he's doing what he needs to do, but he's going to attach an energy onto his Dynamo, so he can retreat it. I guess the idea is he can retreat that and stick it in the discard, so there's 2 cards to discard. But before he does that, he's actually gone for Thunder Wave, and he gets lucky and gets the head, so he's done 10 damage to my Virizion, and he's paralysed it. So I've drawn into my Sky Arrow Bridge, but I can't retreat because I'm paralysed. I'm still going to Sunshine Grace 2 more times. Again, I want to get those cards out of my deck. I want to be drawing into energies. I don't want to be drawing into sort of like these sort of guys. So, you see, I have got Shaman EX in this deck. I am thinking about taking it out. I think I might actually run 2 Virizions as opposed to 1 Virizion, one Shaman, because it becomes basically a prize battle. It's an EX, but it has a low HP, so it's quite easily knocked out. So anyway, he's going to lay a double colours onto his Zekrom EX, and I believe he also Dynamos onto his Zekrom EX. Now that the Sky Arrow Bridge is in play, he can't, well, his plan to retreat and get that energy in the discard has been foiled, because when he retreats, the energy will stay attached to the Pokemon. So I guess kind of lucky I drew it when I did, because he doesn't want energies on a bloody electric, he just uses its ability. So he's going to retreat, and that stays on there, and he's going to bring forward his Zekrom EX, which will do Glinting Claw, which does 50 damage. We flip the coin if it's heads, then it will do 30 more, so 80 damage in total. So, okay, he's going to do that, and at this point, I'll probably say this will be the end of part 1 because of the stupid 15-minute upload limit, and we will do... And no, actually, I think I've got a little bit more time. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think I was planning on doing a win for Virizion getting knocked out. So anyway, Glinting Claw, and there's his heads. So he's not going to knock me out. 90 damage onto my Pokemon. So here we go. We draw, and it's a fucking level ball. So that's not what we need. We don't need a level ball. We can't play it. So I'm going to retreat. No, I was thinking, should I retreat and give him a Cleffer as a prize? But, what's the point in having two things that are quite easily KO'd? At least Cleffer can sleep. But no, I don't want to get rid of my hand. I'm going to let him knock this out, and that way I'm going to be able to use Twins next turn. And I'm going to get myself out of DCE, and probably 2 DCEs, actually, so I can actually keep, the damage going. Anyway, so pass over to him, and he's going to attach an energy onto his Magnezone, and which I thought was a bit weird. He's going to Glinting Claw, and he's knocked out my Virizion. So, from this point, end of part 1.